Hi everyone, welcome. Today is August the 15th. Man, I can't understand. Anyway, welcome. I'm Sharon Davies. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Winnipeg, Canada. And I'm so glad that you're here with me tonight. I have a card that we're doing. And it is, the card sketch is from Casing Tuesday. And it's a fun one. I actually changed mine up a bit. Anyway, I'll just show you in a second. I'm just going to go over a few things before we get started. Just remember that if you have any bonus coupons, you need to redeem them by the end of August or you lose them. Bingo registration does close on Friday. If you're interested in coming, just let me know and I'll send you the registration form and then we can go from there. That's done. Trekking along. I said the registration probably closed on the 10th. It's in-house, so if you wanted to come, you're more than welcome to. I think I have a couple bundles left. And registration for my Crafty Crop opens on August the 25th. So stay tuned for that. Somebody was asking me about the fees. The fees went up a bit because of cost of living and all that sort of stuff, but not by much. Not by much. So if you're coming to my bingo, there's another little special in there for you. Okay, so I'm just gonna flip you around. So just mind that. I'm just gonna there we go. Hope we have everybody there. Perfect. Okay, so this just came out, and this is for Paper Pumpkin subscribers. It's the Thoughtful of Thanks journal that's put out by Shelley from Stampin' Up. It's I think it's $21, but it's just so pretty. It's so Shelley though, right? So yeah. So if you have to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber in order to order this journal, and I will be ordering it, obviously. And here is the sketch for tonight's card. Like I said, I'm changing mine up a bit. I'm actually going to use the pattern paper stripes that you're going to put onto the second layer, so the 5 by 3.5 layer. I'm going to put the stripes on that and then go from there, and I'm flying by the seat of my pants again today, so let's just hope everything works out. So what I did is I pre-cut all these. These are 1/2 inch, and because I end up numbering them so I don't forget where they go. So this is my 3.5 by 5 piece of cardstock. My card base is going to be Misty Moonlight, which is 5.5 by 8.5, fold and scored at 4 1/4. I have a little extra pieces that I'm going to cut out using my bow punch. So I'm going to cut these out. I have my 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 piece of cardstock that's going to go on top of that. I have a little strip of crushed curry that I'm going to use, and then I'm going to put my sentiment on a scrap piece of paper. And I have some of this gorgeous twine, and I can't remember what it's called, and it is back in stock apparently. I'll have to double check that, but this is called Wave Trim, and it's gorgeous. It's nice and flat. There we go. It's just beautiful. Must say, Stampin' Up! Comes out with some gorgeous ribbon. Oh my gosh, I got some of the ribbon from the new catalog, and that's all I can say. It's just gorgeous. Sorry. And I'm going to use the Wonderful Thoughts bundle. I'm going to do this. This is only the beginning of a filled with love. Let's try this again. Life is only the beginning of a life filled with love. I'm going to use that sentiment on this one here. So let's get started. Like I said, I numbered them all. I did do a little prep work. I lied. And I numbered them all in order and it's for me because I would mess up on how I put this on. And this paper is, I'm just going to grab my stack of papers and just give me a second, see if I can find it. And this, of course, is probably not here. Oh, yes, it is. So that's the paper that I'm using. So I chose pink and blue. So I chose this one here and this one here. So those are the only 3 sheets that I used in doing this card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my glue. Oh, maybe I'll do my tape. No, I think I'll do my glue. And the reason I'm doing my liquid glue is so I can move it once I have it in place. So I'm just going to take it and I'm going to slide it up to the end like that. And then I'm going to take my next piece, which is number 2. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue here. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to just sort of slide it so the glue goes everywhere. And I'm just going to butt it up against the first piece, sorry. And then my third piece is going to do the same thing. Just glue it. I feel more comfortable putting it onto the Designer Series paper. And then, oh, see, that one's off a bit. Because I have the glue, I can just move it up to make sure that it's actually on to the basic white cardstock. And just slide that one up. And then I'm just going to add just a wee bit of the blue. Oops, make sure that's not sticking down. So, and then you just want a bit of contrast. So I'm going to just add this piece right here. I'm going to do the same thing. Oops. I'm going to add glue onto my strip. I think that's going to work better for me. And then just slide it in like that. And then take my number 5. So basically I'm alternating the DSP. One side's the flower, one side's the stripe. So that's all I'm doing. And then just slide this into place. You want to make sure that you cover the basic white like that. And bring this piece in. Oh, let's see, this one's on up of the edge. So I'll just, there we go. Still not quite up over the edge. Just going to just lift it up because it's still wet, it's still sticky. Come on, there we go. And then, so what I like about my liquid glue is that I still have a couple seconds to move it after I place it. Put the paper, Designer Series paper in place. I'm going to go with number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that. So last night we had, or yesterday, Rick's cousins, they're on the way home from their holiday, so they stopped in again. And we ended up taking them down to the Leaf. That's the first time we've been there. And it was quite interesting. It was like all different plants from all over. It was beautiful. And of course, and they had the plants, and then they had the Mediterranean garden. They had like a tropical garden, and then they had a Mediterranean garden, and then they had butterflies. But the butterflies weren't very active because it was later. It's like I think 5:30 when we got there, so the butterflies weren't very active. Which, so I think if I'm gonna go in the morning the next time, because they were saying that's when they're most active. It was really interesting. Got to walk around, and there was lots of butterflies, but they were all resting, so they were all on they were all lazing around, I guess you would say. But it was fun. And then we went out for dinner after that. And then we came home and sat on the deck and had a few drinks. And then I had to go to bed because I had to get up early this morning. They left this morning, so I hope we meet up with them again and go on a little trip with them. That would be really nice because they were a lot of fun, yeah. Okay, so I have a wee bit there, so I'm just gonna just take a little piece of scrap and I'm just gonna just add. First I'm gonna grab my scissors. And where are my scissors? The kids are in my craft. Oh no, they're there. They're there. I don't have any kids in the house. I just like to blame somebody because I don't put things back. And I'm just gonna just add a wee bit of glue to that right there. I'm gonna flip this around. I'm gonna put this into place right there. So I'm just gonna let this dry a bit. I guess I should have used my silicone mat. Never even thought. So while we're waiting for that to dry, I'm just gonna bring in my bow punch. I'm gonna cut out a bow from the petal pink. And then I have fresh fuchsia. And I have a piece of vellum. Okay, so now I'm done. Oops, I'm done with these guys. So I'll just put them to the side. And what I'm going to do is grab my Misty Moonlight ink and the Sentiment. And there's the Sentiment. I'm going to grab a block. Oops, wrong way. Turn it this way. Ink this up. Stamp that, because I'm just going to fussy cut this out. See? Thank goodness I wear dark pants. You wear black leggings. So, and I'm going to see, there is a die cut for this. There it is right here. Is that it? Nope, that's not it. Maybe there isn't. Yeah, here it is right here. Thinking. Yeah, there it is right there. Just take some tape. Make sure that's in place. Okay, so this piece here, the crushed curry, I cut out using this die from the die set. So all the words in this die, in this stamp set, have actual die cuts that actually cut them out. And then they have a couple hearts. There's 2 hearts. They have this gorgeous flower that I've used in a few of my projects. I just used the flower in the project rather than cutting everything else out. So I got that. So now I'm going to bring my mini cut and emboss machine in. And we'll just put this onto here. A bit of an angle so it doesn't clink when I run it through. I did anyway. There we go. So let's just see how well I cut that out. Put that tape right there. Yay! Oh no, yeah, close enough. Okay, so I'm thinking this one's probably dry. So I have this, and these guys, and I have some of the twine. I'm going to bring in my mini cutter. I'm going to, oh, maybe I'll just use my scissors, probably easier. Just going to cut off the excess. times. Still a wee bit wet on the edges with the glue. Over. So if you decide to use this sketch, I welcome you to post it on the Casing Tuesday Facebook page. We'd love to have you. Love to see your creations. And just there we go. And I'm going to take all this and take it and put it in my trash bin. Okay, so this piece is going to go onto the center like that. I think I'm going to just glue this one down. Put that, just slide. I like to slide everything into place. That way the glue smears on the back and it's not all in one lump sum. Does that make sense? Okay, so there's that piece right there. Now this piece here is going to go into the center like that. But before we do that, let's just layer this puppy up. So I'm going to take this piece here and I'm going to put it into the center of that, and I'm going to use my dimensionals for this one. Get into the center like that. Now I'm going to bring in my sentiment, and debating whether or not to add dimensionals or glue it straight down. I think I'm going to glue it straight down, and then I'll put a dimensional right here. The dimensional will help keep it flat. And then we'll just grab our leaves and tuck them in behind. I just put a wee bit of glue on the tail end of that flower onto that leaf there and just slide it in like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the vellum one, except I'm going to bring the vellum one over this way a bit. Just slide that up, get underneath the sentiment like that. So just, there we go. And this one here, let's slide. Just slide it, just trim a bit off the tail. I'm just going to just put it over, just like there's a little bit of glue there, and there's still something missing down there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to just cut a bit of this off so it doesn't look. There we go. There we are. That looks better. And then I'm just going to just take this, tie it in a bow. Just like that. And then I'm going to adhere it right here with the glue dot. So just letting you guys know too, I do have Card Club, and we meet together, we get together in person the third Wednesday and Thursday of every month. I do a class online, so if you don't live in the Winnipeg area and you'd like to join in, I do a Zoom one, and it is on the second Wednesday and Thursday, or Wednesday of every month. I'm switching it up next month. For the new session. And I mail everything all out to you. I'm just add that right to the center like that. And I'm going to pull in, needs a little bit of bling, right? So I was looking and I saw some butterflies. So let's add some butterflies. So these are gorgeous little things. They're nice and flat, so they're easy to mail. Oh, that little guy won't. He was stuck to the outside, so little one and a bigger one, and then I'm going to take another little one and just put him right there. So how was that? How'd you guys like that? That was pretty cool, eh? It did take me a while to actually cut out the strips. They're 1/2-inch strips. And what I was doing is, instead of doing it on the 3.5 by 5 piece of paper, I was actually putting it on my sample here. And it was huge, like kept cutting and cutting. So then I looked at the sketch again and realized that it was just a smaller one. So that's quite easy, just stamping and cutting, and fun time. Less than half an hour to do the card. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. If you're interested in coming to my bingo, I do have a couple spots left, and registration for my crop does open on the 25th, and it fills up quite fast. So if you're interested in coming, I would definitely mark that date on your calendar or on your phone, and make sure you get in and sign in. If you're coming to the bingo, there's a little extra for you guys in that one for the crop too. So look forward to seeing you guys all then. I want to thank you so much for joining me tonight. Greatly appreciated. If you do plan on placing an order with me here in Canada, if you would use this host code, I'd greatly appreciate it. And I think that's it. So thanks for joining me today. And stay safe, stay warm. Stay warm, it is warm. Well, not too warm here in Winnipeg, but hoping the smoke's not bad where you guys are like it is here. Thanks again. Have a wonderful day. See you guys. Bye.